look at this old kitchen will tell you it is not just tired, it is absolutely exhausted. At 30 years old, it is screaming for a full rip out and redo. But this won't just be your everyday makeover. This one will have the most incredible new layout, plus big colours and a stylish splashback that will excite the fussiest of fashionistas. At rip out time, you need to have a general plan. Start by clearing the decks, then get your tradies in to disconnect your power and your water, and then you can take care of the appliances. And with the state this old baby is in, I don't think the owners will be sad to say goodbye. Hello, goodbye, hello, goodbye, hello, goodbye, hello, goodbye. Oh, yes, bingo. I'm a big help, I know. Okay, with that lot taken care of, it's time to look at these squeaky old cupboards. Now, you'll find it easier if you take the doors off first, then start removing the cabinets from the top down. Hello, goodbye, hello, goodbye. You keep hearing doorbells in your head. The best way to take the tiles off a plasterboard wall like this is with the claw of a hammer. Now, you shouldn't lever the tile because what that may do is create holes in the plasterboard. Instead, just gently work your way along the tile. Let me show you behind this curtain. Oh, you can see there is not much out there. The owners have recently installed a carport which has blocked any available view. But what they have done is actually installed a skylight, which leaves us to be able to close in this entire window. We can gain valuable wall space without losing the light. It's a great idea. It's at this point you can say hello to your Sparky and plumber again. Now, you could save money by not changing the basic layout, but this kitchen just wasn't practical. So I need to get the guys back in to lay new pipes and cables. Now, I just want to walk you through the new layout of the kitchen. It needs to serve a family of 6, so it's a super busy place. It needs to cope with the demand. Now, front and centre, we're going to build a big island bench with a table coming off it. There'll be a sink in the island. Now, by having the island, we can free up some of this wall space to include floor-to-ceiling pantry on either side. By filling in the window, it gives us lots more wall space. So we can have the new stove over here and a range hood. If you love mosaic, you're going to absolutely love the brand new splashback, which is going to go from wall to wall. This kitchen floor was a bit of a nightmare, so many different levels. We've had to screed one section, lay ply over another. Luckily, this part was in pretty good nick, so we're going to marry the whole lot together with a floating floor. Now, the first job is to make sure everything is swept, clean and dry, and then down goes this layer of foam. It acts as an insulator and also helps to even out any little bumps. Before you lay your floating floorboards, you might like to consider which direction your boards will actually run. Might sound simple, but it can have a dramatic effect on the overall look of the room. The great thing about this Formica floating flooring is it's easy enough to lay yourself. You can, of course, have the boys do it for you, but there's no glue required. It simply clicks in together. It's durable, it's hard wearing, and it's easy enough to maintain. And if you live in an apartment, you might like to consider it because on the back, it's coated with a sheet of soundproof membrane. At this stage, it's a good idea not to fit your doors or your drawers, otherwise they might get damaged during the installation. When everything else has gone into your kitchen, they go on last. How good does this floor look? The boys did such a great job, it looks so much better. Now it's time to set out the kitchen cabinets, and to make sure they're nice and straight, I'm using this cool little toy. It's called a laser level. Now, the great thing about this is you only need to set it up the once. It works out your horizontal and your vertical lines, and it goes all the way around the room, so it saves you an awful lot of time. Even I'm on the level. With a simple frame attached directly to the wall and another coat of paint, even the kids' blackboard has had a makeover. The basics of our kitchen are in place, and those bold blocks of colour that I promised you are starting to pop up. Now hang around, because a little later in the show I'm going to create a beautiful designer splashback for just here. It's all going to come together.